Do you want to start a successful layer farming which will be profitable? Watch the video to the end as we show you tips which will guide you in raising 1,000 layers that will be successful and profitable. After acquiring land and establishing the different structures necessary for your layer farming, such as a layer housing, parking store for feed and other equipments, alongside a resting space, then you're set to embark on a successful 1,000 layer farming. Towards the end of this video, we shall highlight on the total land surface which is required to set up a 1,000 layer farming and a perfect brooding system. So please viewers, stay tuned to the end. To begin, let's examine the cost price of 1,000 layer chicks. So the cost per chicks is 750 francs, making a total of 750,000 francs for 1,000 layers, which we purchase from the company Agrocam in Douala, Cameroon. Talking about a successful and profitable layer farming requires a successful brooding, which will need materials for the brooding space, such as plywood. The cost per plywood was obtained at 4,500, making it $7. These plywoods are very effective for brooding as they conserve heat faster and keep the chicks warm. So using plywoods for your brooding space is costless and can be reused whenever. Moreover, a successful layer farming of 1,000 layers must have a well-dried litter that will eradicate bacteria and keep your poultry odorless. So the cost of bag sawdust worth 600 francs was still $1 per box. In addition, to start a successful 1,000 layer poultry farming, one must need heating equipment for brooding. Here at Otto'sFarms, we made use of two types of heating equipment, which are gas and wood heaters. Talking about gas heater, I must say that it is good to do brooding with it as it produces heat faster and does not produce smoke, enabling your day-old chicks to grow in good health. The gas heater is placed 3 to 5 feet above the floor and consumes 130 grams per hour at 300 millimeters, with the cost of heater at 85,000 francs or $141, while the cost of gas and bottle is at 145,000 francs or $240. As for the cost of drum heater, it's worth 15,000 francs or $141, and the cost of firewood is 160,000 francs. One cannot make mention of a successful layer farming without talking about feeders, which will be used from day one to the matured stage of the layers. So it should be noted here that feeders varies according to the sizes and age of the layers. And talking about the cost price of the flat pan, it's worth 2,000 francs or still $3. This flat pan is used for the day-old layers chicks as it enables them to reach out to the feet easily. Please viewers, like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel Otto'sFarms as we bring to you more highlights on poultry farming. Another type of feeder is the mountain feeder, which we use for our layer at 1 month so that they don't split their feet on the floor. This feeder is good and is obtained at low cost price. Alongside feeders is another important equipment, which is drinker. As feeder do changes according to the size and age of the layers, so too do drinkers. So here at Otto'sFarms, we made use of the manual 5 and 10 liters drinkers. The 5 liters was mostly used when our layers were younger, and as they grew older and needed more water, we had to change or increase the capacity of the drinkers. So we had to use the 10 liters. So the cost of the big drinkers was 2,500 francs or $4, while the small drinkers is 1,500 francs or $2. It should be noted here that these small drinkers are very instrumental during the vaccination period, as they are used to put small quantity of water mixed with oral vaccine and has to be consumed within 2 hours. Mold feeders is the wooden feeder. This type of feeders are used mostly when your layers reach maturity or when they are able to get food from inside. This type of feeders usually have a length of 140 centimeters long with a width of 10 centimeters and a handle that prevents the layers from getting into the feeders and splitting feed on the floor. The cost price for a feeder made of plank is 3,000 francs or $5. Talking about vaccination, let's dive into its cause, as it constitutes one of the most important aspects for a successful layer farming. So, what is the cost for vaccinating 1,000 layers? The cost of vaccinating 1,000 layers was 260,000 francs or $431. More to this, a successful 1,000 layer farming requires a good quality of feed, which must be followed step by step during its processing, especially when it is made at a local feed mill around your locality. This must be so because the growth and health of your layers highly depends on your feed quality, especially when they begin to produce eggs. So, following or monitoring each grams of your feed formula is very crucial in order to maintain a balanced diet for your layers. The cost of it, beginning from starter for 18 bags, is 330,000 francs or $552. As for growers, 294 bags cost 4,851,000 francs or $847. So, emphasizing more on brooding of the layer chicks, which is a very crucial moment that determines the successful future of your 1,000 layers, we must say that the brooding room temperature should be at 23 degrees Celsius. The brooding period do go from day 1 to day 21. That's when your layers chicks are expected to have wings, which will keep them warm. So, for a successful brooding, a thermometer is highly recommended to enable you determine and monitor the temperature of your brooding room. However, the key is to allow room or space for the chicks to move around so they can select their optimum temperature. So the space required for 1,000 layer chickens for a dimension in feet is 1,500 square feet, while the dimension in meter is 140 square meters. Thanks viewers for watching to the end of this video. We hope everyone have learned something significant. So please keep subscribing and share our videos massively.